Last one. The last one is for based upon. Oh. Em đưa tặng đấy nè.
Number 4.
Lấy ba là nghe cho gọi feedback đó. Ba. Okay, so point.
Yeah, teacher. Number 4.
Okay.
If had threatened, he wouldn't have run away.
If had who's returned? The bullies returned him. If the bullies had
If he threatened him, he wouldn't have run away.
okay, thank you very much. Just I don't know whether the right or wrong. You can listen and check your answer. And if your whatever you wrote in your notebook are not correct, then you can rectify them or correct them here. So let's listen and check. Here we go.
Tape script 9.3. 1,
If they'd understood, he wouldn't have run away.
2,
If he'd gone to kid care, he could have talked about his problems.
3,
If he hadn't left, Billy might have felt more secure.
4,
If they hadn't threatened him, he wouldn't have run away.
Okay, listen again.
Tape script 9.3. 1,
If they'd understood, he wouldn't have run away.
2,
If he'd gone to kid care, he could have talked about his problems.
3,
If he hadn't left, Billy might have felt more secure.
4,
If they hadn't threatened him, he wouldn't have run away.
Okay, so number one here, if they understood, he wouldn't have run away here. And number two, if he's gone to, okay, he had, you can shortcut them like this. If it gone to kid care, he would have talked about his problems. And number three, if he hadn't left, Billy might have feel more secure. And the last one, if they hadn't threatened him, he wouldn't have run away. All right, guys, very easy. So we're gonna learn more about them. What are the condition? Why we need what are the meaning of this? You know, if you use second condition, third condition, what are the differences between them? Okay, now let's go to our grammar. Go to our grammar first, all right? Second, in our lesson, we talk about the second and the third condition only. The second conditional sentences express an unreal situation about the present. Second, unreal situation about the present. So you can see here, if I was in trouble, okay, let's go to just focus on the two here first. So if I was in trouble, so was in past simple, either or I would, right, either come to you for help, but I'm not in trouble. Yeah, but I'm not in trouble. Mean unreal situation. Third conditional sentences express an unreal situation about the past. If you told me about your problem, I'd have help, but you didn't tell me, so I didn't have. So this one in the past, the second one in the present. So you can see that the second ones, both sentences, if clause and the independent clause here, they use past simple. But for the third condition, they use past perfect. Yeah, guys, would plus have, past perfect. Okay, now you can see they ask you the form, how to form second and third condition. You can see second condition, if plus past simple plus would, and if plus past perfect and would have. You can follow that, but please don't worry. I'm just gonna go through as quickly as possible because I'm gonna give you more explanation on the next slide, and there will be more conditional sentences from zero condition to the third condition. And you can see here which of these modal verbs express a possibility. Which of these modal verbs express a possibility? Everyone, we have would, might, could, have you. Which one? Which ones express the possibility? Hello?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, which ones express the possibility among the three here?
My
And have.
May and
my and could.
yeah, may and could. I may have you. I could have you. This one possibility, possible, right? Okay, so that's it. And number three, look at the sentence. Pet shouldn't have stolen the money. Is this good advice? Did Pet steal the money? Yeah, it is a good advice, but it's too late because Pet stole the money. It already happened. Okay, when you use past perfect or present perfect with should here, like Pet shouldn't have stolen the money. It already happened. Right. Okay, so now I want you to pay attention on this one. This one is not in our lesson, but I just bring it here for you. So the what is a conditional sentence? Take note, right? A conditional sentence is based on the word if. There are always two parts of a conditional sentence. One part begins with if to describe a possible situation, and the second part which describes the consequence, the result. So if possible situation, it can be real, it can be unreal because it is possible, only 50%, 50%. And for the other part, it is describe the consequence. Like you can see, if it rains, possible, we get wet. This one consequence. Consequence of if clause here. All right. Okay. And there are four types of conditional sentences. We have the zero conditional, the first conditional, the second conditional, and the third conditional. If you look at, if you look back to our lesson here from the grammar spot here, they focus only two, second conditional and the third conditional. But from here, I'm gonna guide you to all the four conditional sentence. Now let's start with the zero conditional sentence. So the zero conditional sentence, we use it to talk about permanent truths, like just like present simple, right? And such as scientific facts, general habit. The structure is like if plus present simple and present simple again. And if we have 50%, if this one happen and this one's 100% for certain. So you can see if it doesn't rain for a long time, the earth get very dry. Yeah. Okay. Truths. If we go out with friends, we normally go to a restaurant. So all present simple, present simple. And if I'm tired, I go to bed early. Remember, this is just like a present simple. We're talking about general habit, fake, and something true. Yep. Any question with this, everyone? One by one now. You can ask me question if you want. This one zero conditional. Hello? What happened to my student now? Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes,
teacher.
teacher.
You know, I am shouting now because I'm afraid that my student, cannot hear me. And you just, yeah, teacher. Okay, if you don't have question with the zero conditional, let's go to the first conditional. We use the first conditional to talk about a realistic situation in the present or future. The structure of the first conditional is as follow. You can see if class present simple, and for the second sentence here, you can have will, can, must, or imperative form. So you can see here 50%, 100%. This is similar to the zero condition as well. And but this one we talk about realistic. Okay, you can see if he study hard, he'll do well in the exam. Real or not? Yeah, can be real. If he study hard, he'll do well in the exam. If we arrive late, we must get a taxi. He'll call if he need help. Okay, this is the first conditional and not in our lesson, but we just bring it for more understanding and see the difference between them as well. Now let's go to our second condition, which is in our lesson. So we use it to talk about improbable. You know improbable? Pro probable, probably, improbable or impossible situation in present or future. Here is the structure. So you can see if plus past simple plus would or could, right? So this one, if plus past simple here 0 to 5% only, not even 50%. It's impossible. It could not be happen. You just use it. Normally in speaking, we say that if I were you, and this 100%. So you can see if I were rich, I spend all my time traveling, but I'm not rich, so I can't. All right. So when you say something, if you use if I were it, that's why we use past import, because it is not real. It is not real. More example, if she saw a snake, she be terrified. She terrified or not? No, because this is just only the condition sentence. If he didn't have to work late, he could go out with his girlfriend. All right. Okay, with this, do you have any question?
Yes, teacher.
Please. Do you have any
And
question?
this form about my can be used in this sentence, yeah?
My?
Yes.
Yeah, you also can do my with this sentence. I did not put my here, but from our lesson we have my, no problem, because it expresses the possibility. Yeah, my and could interchangeable. Okay,
Yes, teacher.
that's all your question. Wow. Okay, now let's go to the last one, the third conditional. We use the third conditional to talk about impossible situation, as in the second conditional as well, but this one in the past. We often use the third conditional to describe regret. Regret, right? The structure is if plus past perfect, zero conditional, would have or could have or might have, plus participle. Participle, right? So you can see if I've learned English, if I haven't learned English, I won't have got this job. Yeah, yeah. And what would you have studied if you hadn't done engineering? Okay, they wouldn't have hired you if you hadn't had some experience abroad. All right, so this one is impossible it is something impossible as well, but you refer to the past rather than the present. Okay, is it everyone? That is the difference between all of them, and hopefully you get it. You can review all the thing about conditional sentence. All right, if you don't have questions, now let's go to this exercise. Okay, this one we call zero conditional, or we call no condition. Now I have one. We just do together. Can you see? Is it clear for you? Jenny will never say thank you if you do something for her. How about the second one? Henry always get angry
if you don't keep it.
uh,
Not sure, sorry.
Henry, Henry always get angry if you criticize him. You know criticize? Oh, you are like this. You are not good. You should do this. You should do that. Oh, seems like you don't know. Okay,
Yeah.
Henry is angry if you criticize him. And the last one, does meat go off if you don't keep it in a fridge? This one is zero condition. More example for you. Okay, now let's go to the possible condition. I'll have you if what?
If I have time.
If I have
If I have
time.
time. Very good. Things will get better if.
You
If
just
you
wait and
wait,
wait.
wait
Okay, you
and
just wait and are patient. Will you still love me?
if I grow gray and get
Wrinkle, right? Your skins are not
wrinkles.
smooth anymore. Will you still love me if I go gray and get wrinkle? Will you still love me if I don't love you? Okay, this one called a second condition or improbable conditions. I wouldn't do that
I were you.
If
if I
if
were you. Okay, I wouldn't do that if I were you. Okay, the world would be a happy place, happier place. If
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 people
people
smile
if
smile
more.
yeah, if Sayon smile more. Okay, what would you do if? What would you
you
do if you
saw
find a
in
you saw
fire in the
in
street? You gonna join the fire or not, everyone?
no.
You just rest for the second condition. You just rest the case. There's nothing happen about that. You just rest. Oh, if I were you, I would study hard. For example, you're gonna have bright future. You are young. Okay, for example, but I'm not you. Okay. Okay, now impossible condition would have and past perfect. I wouldn't. So I wouldn't have cooked meat if what? Which one?
You to me.
You told me you were vegetarian.
If you told me you were vegetarian, okay. Okay. Arsenal would have won if
If
Chelsea
Chelsea had
doesn't score in the last minute. And the last one, would you have gone to university if you hadn't have enough money? Okay, this one I just want you to practice these condition sentence. I know that's not difficult for you if you pay attention and practice with the exercises. And I have more for you here. If plus will plus might plus must plus should. Match a line in A with a line in B. Okay. Number one. We read together first and then I give you some time to do it. Number one, if I'm going to be late. Number two, if Tony phones. Number three, if you don't feel well. Number four, if ever you're in London. Number five, if you can afford that. If you can afford it. Number six, if you want to keep fit. Number seven, if your computer doesn't work. Number eight, if you don't water your flowers. And we have A, B, C, D until H. We might go skiing this winter. We'll see. I'll give you a ring and let you know. C, you'll have to do some exercise. D, tell him I'm off and I'll ring him later. E, turn everything off and start again. F, you should go to bed and get some rest. H, they won't grow, they'll die. And H, you must come and visit me. So for this, I want you to match the answer by yourself. You have 5 minutes. And after 5 minutes, I will call some of you to read out one sentence each. So we check the answer at 11 and 10. Thank you, guys. Please do it. This one you don't have in your textbook. This is your extra exercise. You can write the answer key in your notebook or textbook anywhere you want. Okay, on your wall also can, no problem. Okay, I think we can start now. Dương Hương, number one.
Number one, if I'm going to be late, I will give you a ring and let you know.
Oh, okay, very good. Okay, number two. Number two is sing.
I'm sorry, teacher, I didn't do it.
Oh,
I will
what?
finish it well.
Ah, okay. Sayon, number two.
Number two is Tony phones with letter D. Tom him am out and I will ring him later.
Okay, thank you very much. Number three, Srila. Srila.
Number three, if you don't feel well, you should go to bed and get some rest.
Okay. Okay, number four. Number four, Rachana.
Yeah, teacher. If if ever you're in London, you must come and visit me. Number eight.
Number
Letter
eight.
eight.
Letter eight. Okay.
Sorry, teacher.
Eight. Okay, letter eight. Yeah, you must come and visit me. Okay, number five, Jelika.
Number five, if we can afford it, we might go skiing this winter. We will see.
If we can afford it, we may go skiing this winter. We'll see letter A, right? Okay, number six, Chantra.
Yes, teacher. Number six, if you want to keep fit, you have to do some exercise.
You'll have to do some exercise. Okay.
Let's see.
Okay. Kantai, number seven. Kantai now very Kantai, yeah. So no internet, I guess. Okay. Kimni, number seven, please.
Yes, teacher, number seven. If your computer doesn't work, let's say, turn everything off and start again.
Okay, no here. If your computer doesn't work, turn everything off and start again. Okay, and letter eight, Yada. This is the most difficult one, Yada. You must get it right.
Number eight, if you don't water your flower, they won't grow, they die.
Oh, very good. Okay, thank you very much. All right, nothing difficult. Let's go to the next one. Okay, I think this one, okay. Do you want to do this, everyone? I think you can do this one. All right. Question and answer. Write question and answer about what people didn't do. And this one is, your midterm, some of the questions similar to this as well. Now I want you to look at the example here. It's a shame I never went to university. What would you have studied? I have studied psychology. Is it difficult for you, I think, for this exercise? I think it's a little bit difficult for you. You'll wait. Maybe we can do it next week, not this week. All right. So just do this one first. Okay. Impossible. This one second condition. Impossible condition. Life-changing decision. Read the text and write sentences in the third conditional using the prompt. Third conditional. Okay, Laura life. Laura studied economics at university in England. She couldn't find work in London, so she accepted a job working in a bank in Sydney, Australia. She went out with a boy called Mai, who loved her very much, but she knew he wasn't the boy for her. Then she met Bruce, fell in love, got married, and had two kids, Bills and MacDuck. Okay. Um, Rachana, I want you to read this story again, and then we will start doing the exercise together.
Yeah, teacher. Laura lies. Laura studied economics at university in England. She couldn't find work in London, so she accepted a job working in a bank in Sydney, Australia. She went out with a boy called Mike, who loved her very much, but she knew he wasn't the boy for her. Then she met Bruce. I teacher. Then
Yeah,
she
correct,
met
correct, correct. Bruce
Bruce.
Lee. Yeah.
Fell in love, got married, and had two kids, Belle and Matt Maddox.
Okay, Medoc, Medoc. All right, so now you have to read that and construct the sentences here. We have one example for you. We have if Laura not study economic, got a job. And then you say if Laura hadn't studied economics, she wouldn't have got a job. Okay, number 2 until number 4, please do it by yourself. I think you can have 4 minutes. Oh, sorry. We have two story. So you have 4 minutes to do it. And we will check the answer together at 11:21. Okay, guys, please enjoy doing the exercise.
Mm.
Yeah, you don't have this thing in your note in your textbook. You can write your answer in your notebook. All right. And if you want to review the lesson, you will see the video I upload for you. Thank you.
Teacher, may I leave the meeting early because my mom.
Hello, lip sync. Yes, you can. You can. No problem.
Thank you, teacher.
Okay, everyone. So now time is up. Let's check the answer together. I want to start off with Kamjan. Kamjan, number 2 for you.
If she had found job in England, she wouldn't have gone to Australia. Australian.
Okay, if she had found, what is it?
If
If
she had found a job in England.
Yeah, if she had found a job in England, she wouldn't have gone to Australia. Okay, very good. I don't want to write, so I hope your friend can listen to you. You are
Yes.
right. Okay, number 3. Number 3, it is for Sapon. Page Sapon.
Yeah, teacher. Number 3. If she had married to Mike, she wouldn't marry. She wouldn't meet Branch.
Listen to me carefully, Sapon. Not to Mike. If she had married Mike, okay,
Yeah.
comma, she wouldn't she wouldn't
Met.
have met Bruce. I write for you. Actually, it's so small, and my pen now run out of ink, so that's why. If she hadn't married Mike, she wouldn't have wouldn't have met Bruce. Okay. Okay, number 4. Number 4, this one, I think Dương Hưởng. Number 4, Dương Hưởng.
Number 4, if she hadn't married Bruce, she would not have Bill and met up.
If she hadn't married Bruce, she wouldn't have hate Bill and MacDoug. Okay, thank you very much. Now, any question with exercise 1, 2, 3, and 4 here?
No, teacher.
All right, if no, let's go to the next one. Exercise 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, now let's read this one together. Alf and Betty's life. When Alf and Betty's children left home, they decided to move to London. So they sold their house in a small village in the country. They couldn't retire because they didn't have much money. They met another couple, May and Lionel. They all got on so well, so they decided to go away together. Usually, Alf and Betty visit their relatives when they had a holiday. But with their friends, they went to Egypt, which they thought was marvelous. Okay, for this one, I think we'll ask. Okay, today. Okay, I want to ask Tolton. Now it's not here. Okay, Venerable Toitet, I want you to read again Alf and Betty Life. Oh, Venerable Toitet may have lunch. So I think I will ask. I don't know, should I ask? Okay, so Con, can you read again?
Yeah, oh sorry, teacher. Yeah, teacher.
Okay, please read then.
Yes. When Al and Betty children live home, they decide to move to London. So they sold their house in a small village in the country. They couldn't re- retire because they didn't have much money. They met other couple, many May and uh, Lynette. teacher,
Okay. May and Lionel.
May and Lionel, they all got on somewhere that they designed to go away together. Usually, Al and Baptiste visit their uh, rela- relative when they have the holiday, but with their friends, they went to Egypt, which they thought was marvelous.
Marvelous.
Marvelous. Oh, sorry, teacher.
Okay, thank you very much. Now for I think this exercise you can have a screenshot and send it to you. Because many of you now busy, I think a month or whatever they are, and other have to cook and other have to eat lunch. So I will screenshot this and then screenshot this for you. I want you to do it as a homework, but you don't need to submit to me. We're gonna check the answer together next week. Okay, everyone? Yeah.
Yeah, teacher.
Yeah,
Yes,
teacher.
Right.
So I will send this to your group. You can see it. And
Yeah, teacher.
remember, this one, it is not a homework practice only. Just write the answer in your notebook. Next week we check together. Okay, bye bye for now. Good luck, everyone. And see you again next week with your smiling face. Bye bye.
Bye
Goodbye,
bye,
teacher.
Goodbye.
Yes,
Goodbye,
bye,
teacher.
Yeah,
teacher.
bye bye. Bye bye. Good luck. See you.